Hello and welcome to one and all. I welcome you all to yet another very interesting episode of Elets Innovation Talk. I am your host, Dr. Sabri Sawant, and on behalf of eHealth, I welcome Dr. Gaurav Bansal, who is our eminent guest for today. Dr. Gaurav Bansal is the founder and CEO of EazyGo and also the director for neurosurgery from Fortis Healthcare. Sir, so much for joining us. It is so glad. We're so glad to be having this discussion with you today.
Thanks, Asper. Thanks, Aswari. Very good afternoon, images, everybody here. And I'm really thankful for giving me this opportunity to talk about EasyGo and how would we have achieved what we wanted to over regarding this EasyGo platform. So I'm really thankful, sir, Aswari, and I'm looking forward to a good session here.
Great, sir. So let us start with our discussion. So as you are aware, eHealth is a tech-focused health innovation platform, and our audience is also suited accordingly. They're industry leaders themselves, they're budding entrepreneurs, they're fellow leaders from your, field as well. So for them to understand your journey into healthcare for being a health entrepreneur, can you just give a brief overview of your journey into this so far? How's it going? What are the things that you really love about this aspect, and what are the things you're really looking forward to?
Okay, the thing is that we started working on this project EasyGo, right? Around 6 months back when we conceptualized it, and then it started taking shape. And so far, there has been many instances where we felt that it is becoming a bit difficult for me being playing the dual roles here, being a neurosurgeon and also an entrepreneur running a company. But I would say it's been an interesting journey so far, and I'm enjoying whatever bit is coming to me as an entrepreneur, apart from my neurosurgery journey, which I've been doing for my whole life till date. But this thing has shown me many new things, means how to have a different kind of team apart from non-medical. Apart from medicals, I'm working with tech guys. I'm having scheduled meetings. We are reiterating things. Means first we draw it on board, and then we go back to the drawing board that no, it's not working. We need to do it this way. This would be more interactive. This would be more comfortable for the patients and doctors. So it's been an interesting journey. I'm loving it, every part of it.
And we are also loving to have this conversation with you. So let us dive more into what EazyGo is. So can you please give a brief overview of the organization and the amazing transformative work that you and your team are doing that is reshaping the healthcare landscape? Can you please talk a little more about it?
Okay, so telling you about EazyGo. EazyGo is basically a revolutionary cloud-based platform which is designed to simplify the way diagnostic images, reports, and healthcare data are shared and accessed. What do I mean by that is that we enable seamless mobility by eliminating the need for the hard-coded systems which we have been using for the last 30 years, like the on-premises servers, the PAC systems, the computer terminals which are tied to or tethered to my desk in the cabin. And so what EazyGo is doing is the basics of EazyGo is that we are providing a filmless solution with zero installation requirements, and we are making it happen via a transformation to the cloud. And we are giving the hospitals a chance to move to the digital healthcare systems without any installation, without any subscription, with the heavy and money input from the initial first stage, because that's the main thing PAC system involves is that it requires a lot of hardware infrastructure and a lot of money initially, and then to maintain it. But our system is giving an option to them that they can have the system onboarded. They can onboard with the system within next 5 minutes, and they can have high quality diagnostic information available anywhere, anytime, on any device, whether it is on iOS, Android, or any browser or any computer. So, and this is for patients as well as the healthcare providers, which include doctors, nurses, staff, residents, everyone. They can access these reports, diagnostic images, and photographs, clinical videos on any device, anywhere.
It makes the seamless interaction very easy from the files and documentation, etc. But as we are aware, many hospitals do have somewhat of their existing systems. So how does EazyGo integrate with that? Does it integrate with that, or how is the entire onboarding process? Is it seamless? Because I'm not bringing the medical fraternity down over here, but we all know that people into healthcare are not that technically well versed with things, and feel a little hesitant when any new systems or new technologies that they're not aware of come into picture. So how does that process is being handled? How does your organization support it?
Okay, so Ashwari, basically the thing is the beauty of EasyGo is that you don't need any technical knowledge per se, from because you don't need even an IT team on the premises to install and start the services of EasyGo. Because as of now, the traditional systems, the PACS system or the other reporting systems, which we have been using since 1994, so they require a lot of infrastructure, whether on-premises servers, they require LAN cabling, they require nodes, computer nodes, and a lot of other things like IT personnel who are maintaining those things, printers, scanners, a lot of things. Here in EasyGo, this is basically a cloud-based program, so they don't need any physical stuff there. They just need a internet connection on one of the modules which is sitting along the diagnostic modality, let's say MRI. So if MRI is connected, the machine is connected with the internet system or internet platform. So they just have to drag and drop the DICOM folder from the MRI. Once, let's say, a patient gets an MRI done, so they don't have to do anything. They just have to drag the patient's folder onto the browser, right? And it gets uploaded to the system and then distributed to the patient, and in real time, to the patient, to the doctors, to the residents, to the staff, whomsoever the hospital wants it to be shared with. So it is happening in real time, and there is no technical knowledge required. It is all intuitive, and once it gets shared, so doctors are still people who are dealing with technology day in day out. Patients are also getting the same platform for seeing the images. They can only view the images through our apps. They can interact with the apps without, in our experience so far, they are not having any difficulty so far with using our apps. So it is very intuitive, it is very tech friendly, and it is not, we proudly say that we do not provide any training to the staff or the technical staff or doctors for using our system.
That is amazing, sir. Amazing to note that it is so intuitive and so easy to adopt. And I am sure the adoption rates that you are seeing of EazyGo are also very vast. Can you please highlight the differences that you have been observing in the adoption of such technologies from tier one cities compared to tier two or tier three cities, where there are smaller hospitals, not as many big brand name hospitals, and not as much penetration of the other technologies as well. So have you seen any variation in these, if you can just talk about, and how do you feel that EazyGo is suited for all kinds of cities and infrastructures?
Yeah, that's a good question actually, because the prohibitive cost of the proprietary PAC system, right, which till date were being provided by Siemens or with the big names, right, GE. So they were prohibitively expensive. Means they can start from 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs if we're talking about Indian currency. So as the initial thing, and then for the maintenance also they were charging lakhs, right? That is why the pack system which we know about is was only restricted to corporate bigger hospitals, right? Like Fortis I'm working with is having a pack system, right? But since this is a multi-specialty and it's around 400 hospital, so they are able to afford it, right? But in smaller hospital, let's say nursing home, 50-bed nursing home, 30-bed nursing home, or dental clinics, endoscopy clinics, gastro clinics, so they are not having any platform whatsoever to use this kind of thing, right? How do they share their X-rays? Like for giving you an example regarding everybody in their lifetimes have gone to a dentist, right? Mostly, right? So they usually do for RCT, they do a smaller X-ray, and how they do give it to you, they provide it to you via physical film. So if we ask them whether why don't you use a pack system, right? So they would say that 50 lakhs or 30 lakhs, we're not spending on something which we do not actually get a benefit of, right? So we are happy with our this system of providing the funds. So those are the clinics right from there, the smallest clinics to the corporate hospitals having 1,000, 2,000 beds. Anyone can onboard to on our platform and they can get benefited because they are saving on film cost, they're saving on infrastructure, and most importantly, they are getting the patient better retention, because patients mind it goes that yes, this is a tech friendly hospital or clinic, and this hospital knows how to deal with this patients, because he is getting the film instantly as a digital interactive film in DICOM format, which is the medical format for the X-ray films or the medical imaging. So he is getting on immediately onto his mobile phone. So this is for tier one cities, metropolitan cities, tier two cities. For each and every case, we are coming up with this EasyGo them.
And it's surprising to know that you took the example of a dental clinic, because I come from a dentistry background. I did my bachelor's in dentistry. I did my master's in public. That's how I went to health education and research. So yes, very rightly mentioned that when you go to a dental clinic as a patient, or any clinic for that matter, which is not a very big brand name hospital at tier 2, tier 3 city, you don't get the reports instantly. You have to wait for a day or two or something like that. And in most dental clinics, either it is that handheld X-ray that you are saying, OPG, or you just are get to shown that image digitally on the screen of the dentist, and there is no way of transferring that without cumbersome
RBG.
and those kind of things. So having this seamless transfer of your data and everything at live moments makes the patient's life so much easier. It is just so much more convenient for the end users, the patients, for just to carry the entire documentation data with them when they leave the office at one go. So when we are talking about patient centricity, such technologies such as EasyGo are greatly helping into that, making the end users' lives easier, which is our patients. So definitely commendable work. We are very curious in knowing as to how your clinical background as a neurosurgeon influenced the developmental features of EasyGo, and if you can talk a little more about that.
Okay. Actually, I've been practicing neurosurgery for last many years, and it was a difficult or a daily repetitive task to get hold of the physical films. I will tell you why I'm saying this. And all the clinicians or the healthcare providers, if they are listening to this, they would agree to that. It's a painful thing to get hold of physical films, and that's the but unfortunately, that's the only way to look at the diagnostic imaging as of if we are talking about today's scenario without EasyGo. What used to happen while I'm taking rounds. Let's say I'm taking rounds at Fortis in the morning. I go to my first patient and I ask for a CT scan brain where it is. So I'm told that, sir, that is gone for the reporting. So the team is with me. I need to take a clinical decision based on the imaging with my team, but the imaging is not there, which was done in the night or in the morning, right? So it is not there. Or then I go to the second patient where show me the imaging. Sir, that has been taken away by the patient's relatives, and they would come by afternoon. So I have no means of seeing those films or the images in real time, and that decision, the time for making that decision is gone. When I come back to my office, I get busy with my patients in OPD or go to OR, right, for operations. So that actually goes out of my mind. Means ki what decision I had to take at that patient, and that so next day only. Sometimes it happens that next day when I go to the round, then oh yes, this was the thing I need to see, and the team forgot and I forgot, and patient images get updated regarding his medicine, regarding his treatment, right? That is one painful thing what I was seeing day in day out. Second thing was, let's say I'm a consultant and I'm off duty after my OPDs and was I've gone home, right? In the night, 2 a.m., a patient with brain hemorrhage or a brain trauma or head trauma comes to the emergency ER. There is no way I can have a look at the imaging. There is absolutely no way in today's scenario. And the decision is to be taken in minutes, not in hours. Or I cannot go to Fortis and then take a decision. So what I can say is to my resident or to my team who's in the ER, get a CT done or MR done urgently, right? But how to get access to those firms? I'm having a PACS in Fortis, but that PACS is only available inside the Fortis, right? That is not available at my home, or if I'm traveling, or if I'm in another hospital. I cannot have access to the images which are there on the PAC system at Fortis. That is only available in the on my desk in my OPD cabin. So one thing. Second thing. So what is the after WhatsApp? What we started doing is my residents started making a video film of the images on the MRI machine, right? And they used to send me a video of the. There's a raw method of doing that, but they used to send me the video of the CT scan or MRI, and then I have to look through those videos and make a preliminary decision because those are not diagnostic quality images, right? This is just a video shot with a mobile phone. So I used to see though I'm still I was till on the point I was using EazyGo. So though I used to see those films or videos and then make a preliminary decision. Okay, take him to the OR. I'm just coming. I'm reaching there, right? Because so as not to waste time, right? So that is how the conception of EasyGo came to my mind. And third and the last thing I would tell you about was planning in the OR. Uh, in neurosurgery or any other, maybe dental field, I would say, right? If you are planning an implant in dental, a dental implant, right? That requires precision. Means how many millimeters of width of the screw has to be there, how many millimeters of depth has to be there, at what angle we should be putting it in, what is the size of the cortex, bony cortex is there. If you are having a printed film with you, you cannot just do that, right? In the clinic, you are not sitting in the radiology chamber. In the clinic, you are working. Same way we are working in the OR, where I'm having a physical film and I'm just not able to measure those angles, those measurements. How much how much width screw I need to put in the patient's spine or in the brain, right? How much deep the tumor is seated in the patient's brain. I need to calculate it. I need to measure it via DICOM films, which is not available in the OR. So I had to rely crudely on the basis of the physical films, which is not a good way to do it. So that was the third thing. So I once I was seeing these three, four problems day in day out, I decided that I should be doing something about it. So I contacted one of my very good friends, Mr. Ashish Agarwal, who's IIT Delhi graduate, and he's now for last many years been settled in US and Silicon Valley. So I contacted him, Ashish, what should we be doing about it? So he said that's the same problem we are facing here in US as well. Here they are not giving any funds even. They're providing you with CDs. Where to run those CDs? Nowadays computers even don't have CD base, right? So where to run those CDs? In India, at least you're getting films. Oh, in US, they are giving out CDs, and there is no way they can share with each other. Everywhere they're getting the CD, and then doctor has to put in their CD, and then only they can view the scans. So he concurred with my idea that something has to be done with this. So we made a team, and then we included a third engineer couple. So he's our third team member, co-founder. So we three sat together, formulated a plan, and then we the EazyGo was born. And since that day, we are working on that.
Some amazing things that you have highlighted, and all the things, all the issues that you have pointed out are very vital day-to-day, scenarios that clinicians face through, regardless of their specialty or domain. Having access to high-quality data, precision data, in which you can, plan your future steps is very much essential for better outcomes for the patients in the end. And the two things that I saw through this, yes, EazyGo makes the transfer of the files easy, very accurate data and those kind of things. Apart from that, it is making the quality of diagnosis better in the end, and also making lives of clinicians more seamless, or easy to go from one place to the other, as the company name suggests. So
Yes.
healthcare communities, doctors, clinicians, healthcare staff cannot work remotely. This is one of the biggest con of the healthcare, industry, that you do not have a notion of remote working. But when you have systems and softwares such as these, you can make a good prediction and diagnosis sitting anywhere in any part of the world, because you have all the data that you want at your fingertips, and maybe in your mobile phone at best. So it is making consultations easier. It is making diagnosis easier for not just the patients, but for the doctors themselves, for the clinicians themselves. So it's a brilliant work that you are doing. Another thing is, that we are worried about and want to know is data security and data protection. So a lot of things are happening on the national level as well around, data security and data protection. Some acts are also there in place and are coming. So how is EazyGo, taking care of the data protection aspect, at your organization? Can you please highlight that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So data protection, as you rightly pointed out, it is very important for everyone, right? For the patient's perspective as well as the clinician's perspective, right? So we are taking it very seriously right from the first day at our company. I have actually planned it that way that the data remains headless. What does that mean is that the patient's credentials are stored separately in a totally different location, and the images and the data is stored without credentials in a different location. One thing that makes it HIPAA compliant, right? HIPAA is the authority, or basically which is in US, which if you need to be HIPAA compliant to make it acceptable to the US healthcare system, right? So we have made it HIPAA compliant, and our servers are taking in and taking out data in all end-to-end encrypted way. The data which goes from the browser to the server and to the apps, and to and fro data, that is all encrypted, and we are using 128-bit encryption on the data from end to end. So this is how we are maintaining the data security. And third thing is that as Indian law permits, the data has to be on the Indian, the servers has to be on the Indian soil. So that is also something which we are taking care of right from beginning. That if for the Indian patients, we would be keeping our servers in India, so that we're making it India compliant as well.
Thank you so much, sir. And definitely that makes us more assured. So the next question is that given our audience is very diverse, the audience comes from policymakers' backgrounds to healthcare tech innovators, clinicians, medical device companies, labs, pharmaceuticals, patient advocacy groups, research organizations, and all encompassing. What cross-industry collaborations would you like to advocate on this platform that would benefit the patients as well as the organization EazyGo both? Any kind of collaborations or cross industry interactions that you're looking forward to or planning?
Yes, definitely. We are open to collaborations with many type of industries. First of all, first and foremost is technical industry, tech industry or IT industry, right? Uh, since we are now a medical and tech industry as a fusion, right, rolled into one. So definitely, two of my co-founders are they are from the tech background. I'm from the medical background. So we are looking forward to have more technology-oriented and medical technology-oriented solutions integrated into the EasyGo system in the future as we evolve into a better company and in a better way in future. So we would definitely be open to tech innovators who can enhance our interoperability and enhance our team. Second thing is regarding the policymakers. They are very important because, as you know, that before COVID, there was the mobile consultation or the virtual consultations were not allowed on Indian soil, right, by regulations. After COVID, the government gave it a thought and allowed us to for the patients to consult us remotely in a legal way, right? So since then, a lot of my patients are consulting me from India, from Guwahati, from Northeast to abroad, from Afghanistan. They are consulting us and every other clinician as well via mm, mobile phones or the technology, the virtual appointments. So that has been possible by because regulations were eased by policymakers. So same way, we are also thinking on that policymakers are on our side and they would let us do our work, whatever we want to achieve. So would want them to be on our side and they should support they should bring out with supporting regulations. And third thing, clinicians, they are the backbone of our feedback system. They are the end users, and they are the ones who would be giving us the ideas, how to take it further. Because this is, I'm just one clinician. What I have achieved with EasyGo is what came to my mind, and I did it in my way, right? But there are other clinicians who are doing different kind of work. They have different kind of problems. So I would definitely like to have them on the team as well in the future once we are expanding our team. So they can give us more ideas and what are the problems, daily problems they are facing, and how we can make a difference in their lives as well. So definitely we will be open to all these kind of collaborations.
Sure, sir. So we come down to the last two questions, but before we let you go, there's a second last question for the day is what key lessons would you like to share with the budding healthcare entrepreneurs that are watching this show today on your journey, on the journey with integrating medicine with technology, and the key aspects that you feel are required for building any kind of system that is into healthcare technology? What would be your key takeaways for on this?
If you are asking about the specifically for health providers to become a tech entrepreneur, so my advice would be that first and foremost that you should be seeing the problems around you. It is you are not reinventing the wheel. You just need to see the problems which you are facing daily in your daily clinical life, right? Whether you are in OR, whether you are in ER, whether you are on rounds, if you are seeing any problem, and if you see that you can make anything which can make it simpler and easier for other fellows, your clinical fellows, to um, to do that particular work. I think that should be the prime point, or the first thing you should be the writing down, and then start working up from there. That should be the basic point. Understand the problem. Then once you do that and start working on that, and you think that there's a market to that, and if I'll be able to build a product, because if somebody would of course buy it and use it, then that's the whole exercise is like. But if you think that the problem is very small and it is very localized, then it won't cut the thing. You need to have a bigger market to make it productive, to make it mainstream, right? So if you understand the problem first, and if you start building on that problem, then you need to reiterate multiple times. We have gone to the drawing boards multiple times. When we started EazyGo, it was way different what we have made it today. There were a lot of things which we reinvented, we reiterated, deleted it, rewrote the code, and then we which is made it happen again. And the third thing is build trust. Means your end user should have trust in the company. You should be providing the trust factor from the day one. We are providing 1 month free subscription, free trial subscription to our business users for that, so that they don't have to pay even a single penny. They don't have to even give us any credit card number, nothing. They can just go to our website and start using EazyGo by making a business account within, mind you, 120 seconds. That is it. So they can start using EazyGo without any commitments in 120 seconds, any 2 minutes. And that builds trust. We tell them, if you like it, then only would start charging you after 1 month. So 1 month, it is completely free, and anybody can go and start using it without us even coming into picture. Second thing is the thing which you asked me, like data security. That is very important to us, everybody, and so we should be able to provide, even if the person who's using it is unaware that this is something which he should be vigilant about. We should be providing it from the back end that data is secure with us. Do not worry, and we are not the kind of company which would be stealing data and selling it to others. So trust building is very important. These 3 points I would say to budding entrepreneurs that they should be keeping in mind before starting on this interesting journey. Right?
Definitely, sir. Very valuable. I'm sure the audience who is listening to you so far is also, taking a lot of notes, because we are getting to learn so much from you. So, the last question of the day is: this is the tradition that we have at eHealth for the innovation talks, which is revealing one exclusive update about the organization or about your upcoming plans, exclusively for our audience over here. So, can you share one piece of information or news about EazyGo with our eHealth audience that hasn't been shared on any other platform?
Okay, so I'll tell you about our upcoming feature, right, which will be coming up within next maybe 2 weeks further down the line. We're working on that. So that is basically for clinicians who are into reporting, right? So let's say I'm a radiologist, I'm a neurosurgeon. I need to report an EEG, right? So the way it works is that I'm sitting in hospital, EEG paper comes to me, right? I see it, and then I ask my clerk or my the typo to my secretary to write it, and then get it sent from me, and we'll give it to the patient. So what we're coming up with especially for radiologists and the clinicians, is that they can do this remotely. What does that mean is that till this time, EazyGo is just providing the films for viewing purpose and interaction purpose. But with this update, they'll be able to write a report if they want to. Let's say a radiologist is there, he is on vacation, but he don't want to lose his business, right? So most of the times MRIs and CTs are done by technicians. So what technician uploads it to EasyGo, and a radiologist if sitting at home, so he can go through the images and write down the report and digitally sign it and publish it. It would be immediately available to the patient without him moving to his clinic or anywhere. So this is what we're coming up with. And later on, of course, we'll be coming up with AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning, for the diagnostic reports and the films, which would start working a bit later after this module is out.
Thank you so much, sir. It was, very delightful talking to you, and we crossed the time as well a little bit. So apologies for that. But thank you so much for the amazing interaction. This is Dr. Gaurav Bansal, founder and CEO of EazyGo, as well as the director of neurosurgery from Fortis Healthcare. Sir, thank you so much for this interaction. For our audience, you can also check out Dr. Gaurav Bansal and about EazyGo in our upcoming, summit, which is the Elets Patient Centricity Summit and Awards, happening on 31st of January 2025 in New Delhi itself. So you can catch him live over here, there, have the interaction that you want, and also take part in the brilliant other interactions that we are having all around the central theme of patient centricity. If you have any specific questions for Dr. Gaurav, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. We will get back to you with those answers, with connecting him with you. As well as if you have any other topics that you would want us to cover, also please feel free to share those. We will come back to you. With that, we will end this discussion today. Thank you so much, sir. It was a great discussion with you. Thank you so much for your time. With that, we sign off now.
You're most welcome. Thanks a lot.